Oh, of course, my camera isn't entirely accurate. Alright. Hello. Why is it so dark? Oh well, greetings all. Yes, we are back online. I have returned from my couple of weeks of military leave. Working away, I now wear a One ID patch. I also wear a One ID patch on the other side because I got that in Iraq. But, yay, I'm back and I'm here with another fun-filled and exciting episode of the Motor Pool, which, if you aren't familiar with it, is basically me just grinding a few tanks. And sometimes, if it is a tank I actually know something about, I will talk about it. So we'll see how we do. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Stream, see the... whatever. On with the battles. And I'm happy to say, so the rest of the family are currently putting up the Christmas tree lights, because better late than never, I guess. And they have insisted that I wear this silly hat. However, let me change this, because I've made this mistake before. I'm happy to say that I cannot wear the headset at the same time, so this silly thing comes off. Alright. So I'm here for 2 hours, so I will do 2 hours worth of stuff. Free experience, additional, no, crew experience and free. I'll take the crew XP. Missed.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Alright, so I am, as I say, I'm grinding things I don't have. And I'm going to kick off with the E50, which I'm 119 out of 144, so I got a little ways to go yet, not too bad. I have used one of my slots here. As you see, I got a nice credit booster. Will help, and away we go. Let's see, WB, Seek, Strike, Destroy. Black Horse, Thomas.
Christmas.
Okay.
Give it on.
Ah! And landed on my shooting hand. Alright, I don't think I've played this map on an E50 before. They made a couple of little changes to the front armor. They made it more tanky, shall we say, I mean, in the gaming term of the words. More likely to accept hits from the front. That said, mucking around at tier 10, I'm not convinced it makes a hell of a lot of difference. Well, unsurprisingly, our EBR-50 lost. Or EBR-90.
All around the bottom, all around the top, and somehow through all of it.
We actually don't have anybody on Overwatch in the usual overwatching positions. Curiously. So who's behind me? Oh, a whole bunch of tier 8s, okay. And the 54 lightweight. Well, if we're gonna go, I guess I can take the hits better than these guys can. What is it anyway? It's a Foch B and a T30. Found the Foch B.
This side.
Not quite sure how that EBR snuck up. Must have gone up around here and then looped around the back. Oh well. So much for that game. I'm not a huge fan of the Zero line myself. I very rarely take it. But I have to say that was a little quicker than I expected. Ooh, I get prezzies from the Snow Maidens. Which eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with the ugly one. It's so green and red, striped. You can see me wearing any Christmassy attire like that. Are you kidding? Ooh, level 5. I could do with that. I mean, this is much more sophisticated attire, I think. Alright. A Leopard PTA. Now, this I actually haven't gone into the books about, so let me grab while that thing is loading. Let me see what I can find out in my big boy's book of tanks about the Leopard 1. EFG Germany Federal MBTs. This book predates the unification of Germany. I have not had very good luck with this tank at all. The gun is great, but it really doesn't suit my playstyle. This is not a tank for aggressive players. This is a tank for people who have more patience than I do. I sit back and snipe. Which is almost a waste of a medium. I mean, towards the end game, I can see the value in this. It's a little bit better. The on-the-move accuracy isn't fantastic. Am I playing from a Starbucks? Why? Is the connection that bad? Yeah. No, I can't really trade shot. So something else I've noticed about this tank is that the ammo rack and particularly the turret are both extremely vulnerable. Hello, who's that? So M46 is up to over there. There we go. That was a good shot. And he got my track. So one of the big problems is going now. You inherently want to duck back into cover after the guy shoots you, which of course is when you're not supposed to do it. Because, oh, crap. Really? I don't get set a light often enough to warrant an extinguisher. And at 67 hit points left after that T-30 hit me, I don't think it really would have mattered anyway. Okay, let's see what it says about the Leopard 1 prototypes. So, Leopard 1. In November 1956, a military requirement was issued for a new MBT with the following specifications. Combat weight of 30 tons, power to weight of 30 horsepower to the ton with 3.15 meters, height of 2.2 meters, maximum road speed of 65 kilometers an hour, air-cooled multi-fuel engine, 105mm gun, and 2 machine guns. In 1957, June, the Federal Republic of Germany and France agreed to develop a tank to meet these specifications, and in July 1957, the joint technical characteristics were issued. The only difference being the two countries, the only difference between the two countries being the overall width of the tank. Interesting. In September 1958, Italy joined the project, which resulted in supplements to the technical characteristics being issued in October 1961. Which does beg the question if that's why the OF-40 is so much like a Leopard. West Germany formed two design teams, Team A and Team B. I'm going to guess that because it says Prototype A, this means Team A. In France, the Direction des études et fabrication d'armement, now the Direction technique des armements terrestres, was the overall contractor, with the design work being carried out at the Atelier de Construction d'ici de Molineux at Satory. Wait, is that where the arm shows are at Satory? Okay. The West German Team A comprised Porsche, Young, Luther and Jordan. Luther and Jordan? And MAK and Team B comprise Ingenieurbüro Warnecke, Rheinstahl, Hanomag and Henschel. Turrets and armament were designed by Rheinmetall and Wegmann. Team A's first prototype was completed in June 1960 and the second in August the same year. So, as I recall, a couple of these early prototypes do exist. Possibly one, I know the one in Bovington is an early one. I don't know if it's prototype A as much as an early production Leopard 1. And I could have sworn there was one still available in Munster. Okay, so we wanted the E50 somehow. Whatever, I'll take the by 5. Not that I was particularly to be credited for that victory, but I'll take it. Did I get the GSOR? No, I don't know. I mean, obviously I've noticed that there's a hell of a lot of the things out there. But I'm not quite sure what the rules were on how you get them. And I haven't looked to see if I have it. It's true the Canadians did all the heavy fighting in Italy during World War II. The Americans want to credit like marching into Rome first. The Canadians certainly did a lot of fighting, as did the Poles. The Brazilians were there as well, the Brazilian Expeditionary Force, and there was a fair-sized French force there as well for a while. I don't know. Yes, there was a political aspect to going into Rome early, and it was argued after Anzio whether that was the correct thing to do. And like many symbolic moves, I mean, you can argue the merit of the political advantage to taking the enemy's capital city. Well, in fact, technically at the time, I believe Italy had surrendered and was now occupied by the Germans. Versus the practical reality that if you act more tactically, shall we say, look at all those TDs down there. If you act more tactically, then you can simply wipe people up later. T10 nailed me. Okay, that happens. He got there fairly quickly. Is there Artie? No. Okay, I guess the 257 got me. So in theory, so if I reverse that here a bit. Well, so much for my overwatching fire. Now, of course, the question is whether or not I can pull back without that T10 nailing me. Yes, I can.
Oh, do you have it?
Thank you, whoever that was. Oh, there's a motion there.
Okay, 1 second.
Tried to sneak in behind the building, didn't work out.
And so when you're putting the little ones in the inside, put a few, always make sure that it's in front of like a light.
I'm not having the best salvo with things to skim, I have to say.
So yeah, you always like, you put a few inside, but you want to make sure it's close to a light. And you want to put the
Message from about what? What am I missing here? There's a lot of background noise because the family are putting together the tree. The house is a mess. They got music on in the background. Microphones. Where's the settings for the microphone? Audio. Yes, I know. I just looked at it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. My bad, Z.
Stay there. Do not.
Okay. I'm sure there's a background noise setting somewhere. Audio, no. Advanced. We'll find it eventually. Go to filters, right click in my you should bring up a thing. Okay, right click the mic. Filters. Noise suppression. Suppression level is negative 30 decibels. I don't think you're going to get a choice. This is an operating house. It's got a 2-year-old and it's got an 11-year-old. And it's got a wife who is trying to be festive and decorative, and I think you lads, you're just going to have to deal with it.
I do have a picture
Witness festive and decorative wife
with a tank.
wearing a tank. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, and there's no doors in my office. Which we've been kind of kicking around for a while, but it's like $1,200 to install the doors. So it's money I don't have right now. Probably should do it and write it off as a business expense. How hard is it to concentrate? That depends on whether or not they're actually actively pulling on my hand as I'm trying to aim. Which does happen. Or sometimes there's a potty accident and I have to go AFK rapidly, much to the annoyance of people. There was even somebody went on Reddit and complained about the fact that I had gone AFK in the middle of a game. You know, dude, it's life, it happens. Okay, so onwards. Oh, they're overwatching people. There's a 263 and a rhombus. Okay, let's see what happens. 4202 is going forward. I wish him the best of luck. Is he going to do what I do? He's going to go for the far side? Yes, he is. No, wait, is he? Yes, he is. Okay. Good lads. And the T-44 is going that way too. Hello? Normally by now you would have seen somebody up top. They appear to have abandoned Okay, Scorp is up there. He's healthy. That said, now that we're here, we're not quite sure where to go. There's a whole bunch of us. I mean, we can't exactly stay here forever, so... Oh, hello. That's unfortunate. Not quite sure this is going to work at all, but let's see what happens. And that's about as far up as I want to go. Now, something else I've discovered about this particular tank is that it has absolutely no depression whatsoever. Did they all die? What happened? There was a crap ton of tanks behind me. I'm not quite sure what happened to them. Neither does the 430. Can't argue that. It was a pain to kill. So I have this, if there's any flaw in my playstyle, it's the fact that I actually rely upon my teammates, because in theory, things can work quite well if you work as a team. No, looks like I have the win for the Leopard PTA somehow, for whatever little good that was. Yeah, negligible. Alright. So this 705 I've only recently got. I have, well, actually it's gone up to 43. I was doing miserably, utterly miserably with this for a while. And actually now I think about it, if there's anything... There's an argument to be said for giving this thing a turbocharger, because it's tough as nails. It's got a heck of a gun, but by God is it slow. ACT 32? What's ACT 32?
I'm coming.
There are... No, I don't expect... No, what do you mean gotta take a hill? Why do you have to take the hill? I don't expect there to be much gun depression on any Soviet tank. There are a couple of exceptions. I don't expect it. So if it's to the point that I find it remarkable to comment, such as on 257... about the lack of depression, it means that there really is a lack of depression. I mean, at least this thing you can understand, because it's kind of got a rear-facing turret. So you got, what, maybe 3 degrees if you're lucky. But I'd say this thing's got very good frontal armor, so if you can keep your side reasonably safe, there is something to be said for simply just plowing straight down. Oops, sorry. You know, it's normally, the opposition expects to see a light tank come down here. It is rare. I'll let E75 end up there already. It is rare for them to see a higher tier heavy. As I said, the gun is pretty reasonable. Okay, onwards. Watch out for that SU-130 there.
You know what? I think let's take the next one for tomorrow. Let's finish the tweet and relax and have fun. I'm not gonna be able to cook and do three. Let's have pizza. Maybe use cheese.
Thank you. Now that's what happens when people work with you. And I have a pop-up has covered my mini-map. You can't see it, but there's this pop-up that every now and then Windows decides it wants to send me like 15 messages all at once, and I need to minimize the damn thing until I can get rid of them all. So click, click, go away, and done. Alright, onwards.
Make sure you get all the holes, there's no gaps anywhere, the back is not as concerning as the sides. Like that, get that side, we've got about another 70 rolls to go after this. You know what, I gotta get up. Let me see if I can get up high.
Come back here. Do we have shots on these guys? Yes, we do. Come back. Ah, critical damage. 0 damage crit, whatever. Well, I suspect they're not going to win now. Fall back, why? Unless they're going to come careening around the corner, in which case there'll be a shooting gallery. Nicely done on their part. Oh, hello. Okay. Now, it would have been embarrassing had he hit my ammo rack. Okay, one of them will kill it. Whatever. It's background noise. It's my family. Alright, so yay, go us. Back to the Leopard prototype. So June 1960. So we're talking about this PTA here. The four prototypes were delivered for trials early 1961. The trials, which were carried out at Trier and later at Meppen, were completed in April 62. It was then decided to concentrate on the Team A design, even though it was found to have a number of deficiencies during trials, which was hardly surprising considering the very short development period, and the fact that tank development in Germany had been stopped since 1945 for some reason. Before trials were completed in April 62, a further order was placed for Team A for 26 tanks with turrets designed by Wegmann, and Team B were awarded a contract for a further 6 tanks with turrets designed by Rheinmetall. Following the decision to concentrate on the Team A design, only 2 of the second series from TB were completed. The 26 tanks were known as the second series and had numerous improvements, including increased armor protection, improved suspension, 10-cylinder diesel engines, or I guess they gave up with the multi-fuel thing, coupled to a new transmission, modified fire control system, and the British L7 gun. Trials with the second series were completed in early 1963. So I guess the big difference is the fact that the coincidence rangefinder is sort of on an exposed component on the turret instead of the round segments that you'll be more used to seeing. Let's see, the machine guns up there, coaxial sight. Yeah, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I? Okay. I must have won a 4th one somewhere. Somebody wanted to know if I had the GSOR. Yeah, T10, we won. So even with the sudden vanishing of my team. Oh no, the T10 was the Malanovka map. Really, 38%. Okay, do I have a GSOR? It's a good question. I appear to not have a GSOR, and I am not sure quite how you're supposed to get those. You change it to him by clicking on it. Variant of the EBR Ochkis from another country would be a good addition. Which one are you looking at? The Eland. Well, the Eland is an AML 90 basically. Actually, it was an Eland with the 60mm as well. We were looking. I did see an early version of the Tech Tree did have the AML vehicles in there. I am a little bit surprised that they didn't show up. Actually, an early version of the tree also had the AMX 10RC. Just well, that didn't happen. Maybe one day it will show up as a premium or something. I don't know. That's personal conjecture.
These really pretty ones, we don't want to hide. It's the small little ones we want to put in.
And that said, I very rarely see the GSOR played aggressively. It does have a pretty reasonable gun, like a lot of the British TDs. Oh. So according to the dinosaur, I now have the GSOR. Oh, let me see if I have a chieftain. Oh no, I don't have a chieftain in my garage, dinosaur. Which I don't. The Tucker combat wheel. What was the name of the Tucker? The Tucker Tiger or something like that it was called. Actually, I think it was more just the turret was manufactured by Tucker. If I recall, the actual chassis was by someone else. Ow. Ooh, that T-54 didn't go well. Well, I also seem to have made it this far without getting splatted. Which makes a nice change. Can someone else splat these guys, please? Where's my Artie? Oh, that's probably busy down south. Never mind.
Lots of gold ones.
So again, the lack of gun depression is getting me here. Close. $200. Okie doke. Okay, go little bat shack, kill him. I was kind of half facetious, but it worked. Oh, okay, we got problems on the far west here, which I'm not sure we can solve. Far west, far east. There you go. I used to be a second lieutenant once, many moons ago. $300 hit points on the damage. It's the Charfutur. Yep, he's still there.
Definitely get these little guys a little bit more inside.
Oh, that sucks. Another 0 damage critical. And that's a rhombus. Let's see. I don't know anything about drops, so we'll leave those alone. When is Bob's Temple being added as a tier 11? We're debating for the... Oh, if we ever do a science fiction mech version of World of Tanks, we'll throw Bob's Temple in there. It might possibly not be too strong. I mean, it definitely has to beat an Abrams. I mean, it's no ways about that. Alright, so let's have a look at this GSOR. There it is. My god, it's hideous. Project for a tank destroyer with an oscillating turret. Yeah, you can see the hinge. Developed within the British GSOR program to increase the defense and mobility characteristics of vehicles. The development was discontinued after preparation of a set of blueprints and the production of a dummy vehicle. Yes, because it was awful. Is that a 20-pounder or a 105? It's a 105. Well, okay, that explains the that explains why it hits hard.
We've got a bunch of these other little ones too.
Okay, let's have a look at it. Don't need quite so many AP. They are 4-round clips, it appears. Okay. I guess we put a camo net on.
Yes, Leander.
And
Come in. Oh, he's covered in water.
I probably won't know until after I played a few games. So let's put on first aid kit. And the engine's at the back, so sort of pudding and tea. And we will give it some camo. There we go, the preset style. Let's find something completely hideous. There we go, that's pretty hideous. That's even more hideous. Armored train. Cute. Armored concrete. Man, that's boring. Okay, we'll do that. It's hideous and it gives me a 4% concealment. That really is awful. Okay. And because it is a premium, let me get a high-end vehicle. Oh, good lord. Okay, so I need a TC, a gunner, and a driver. So I'll take him. Send to barracks. TC, gunner, and driver. Send to barracks. Okay. TC, gunner, and driver. Let's work on their skills a little bit here. Background has gotten very quiet. So I'm fairly sure that Ed over in Armored Archives may have covered the GSOR on his channel. I'm not sure. We need to do some digging on that one. Was the TV8 ugly? Yes. No two ways about it. Okay, so it's a 40-second reload. Oh, good lord. This is one of those ones where you really want to make sure your shots count. Please let the release be some gun depression, but I'm not seeing a lot of room. Well, that's 20% of the damage. It's doable. Well, that's not bad. So it's got a turret and regional depression. I wouldn't say it's the most nimble vehicle in history, but I guess it'll do. And it's a 2-second intermediate, so yeah, okay, this is definitely one of those ones where you put your 4 rounds down range and you run away. 40 seconds, no wonder. I need to charge these things more often.
Oh dear.
Who's over there? Very wide aiming circle, mind, if you're doing this mid-move. Okay. I hear a lot of explosions indicating my guys are dying.
Yeah?
It'd be nice to get a shot off. I've obviously gone the wrong way entirely. The Hellcat is dead. You know, I'm very well may be safe down this way. Okay. Oh, wait, what do we got here? No, nothing. Climbing the hill a bit. Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And now I'm out of the fight for the next minute. So let's see, T-34. Two. The M4 is gone. So ordinarily I'd hit reload right around now, but if I'm out of the fight for a minute, okay, so I'll reload. Can't do a damn thing until I get somewhere closer. Alright, there's Stur Emil. T-34 is quite healthy, he is. Well, if we sit on the base, they gotta come to us. that's one way of doing it.
Change it to what? What do you want me to change it to? It is a number block.
Alright. See how fast it'll go. 42. 43. Okay, well that answers the question about the GSOR and what it does. So duly noted, it's a 4-round clip and it's got a hell of a long reload. But the gun hits hard. Well, sorry, it penetrates hard, but it's only... If you compare the 105 L7 on the PTA, which is doing over 400 on average, with the look like 250 to 300 on the GSOR. Go back to my 5th. Oh, come on. There we go. Problem to have, too many tanks. Okay, while it's doing that, I think I need to quickly pause something here. Oop. Sorry, missile.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
What happened to Faye?
I don't know.
All is well, thank you, Hoggy. There's some big guns on there too. Reading 4005 and the E100. Something I have noticed the 257 doesn't have is doesn't have fantastic armor. Not going any further, okay. Oh no, it's a Centurion knocking it down. Okay.
Hey, are you okay?
So Batshot is losing out that fight. Let's see if I can help out the Charfouteur. Well, if the 4502 is going up, I will go up also. Let us advance in line. And hope that Jagdtiger isn't watching. Really? All I got was 36 points of damage out of him? Thank you. Give me my gun so I may shoot straight again. Ah! Ow! That's what you get for having a 152mm gun on a T-49. That hurts. Really? A 0 damage crit? And I have been ammo-racked by a TBR. Oh well, I suspect we still won it. And shards have been getting out of the boxes. I don't know. I'm not enough to be at 50% yet. That's for sure. Okay, so let's try something completely different. Let's go. Oh, let's go down a few tiers. Let's go down to like tier 6 and. Actually, I need to change my set. Oh, I really need to change my setup. Okay. So TOG needs the turbocharger. Because TOG. Oh, I must use my by 5. Oh, probably use it on the GSOR. Okay, so TOG needs turbocharger. And TOG needs concealment. 10% to hit points. Yeah. We will soon find out just how fast this vehicle goes. Okay, so let's go BIA, I guess, because that seems to be what I'm going for on the in this collection of drivers or crewmen. And it's all 93%, so I'm getting closer. Okay, let's see how TOG works now. Did I earn base capture points in the last battle playing on Object 257? No, I exploded gloriously for the motherland. Ah. There's a KV-3 going south. Ordinarily, I like going north in this map, but I'm not convinced that it's going to work in a TOG. Could be wrong, mind. $16, 18. Yes, I made 18. That's it. That's my extra 4 kilometers an hour. 18 kilometers an hour. Hold tight, lads. What the hell are you guys doing? Okay, downhill. I'm still doing 18. It's not going well here. Oh well, set sail. Huh, their arty didn't do anything. Just sitting there. Okay, so there's the Tiger. First TD has arrived. Oh, there he is. Okay. Or are they both here? Well, the point of this is that it's... There he is. That didn't work. My extra 4 kilometers an hour was not successful. Now, that said, if you do that in a T95, things can usually end up quite surprisingly well. Because the thing with the T95 is you tool it up with basically every... I don't know if I got a good T95 crew or not. But you tool it up with every repair kit possible. Yeah, not great. Let's see if we got a crew buck I can spend on them. Oh, 1 extra percent. Oh, whoop-de-doo. And since we also... I have not played this since we have changed the equipment. So, again, this is probably an argument for putting the turbocharger on, but it's already been sped up, so I'm not convinced. So anyway, this is an armament one, so it's the rammer. I certainly don't need a turret traverse. Don't need that. Aiming circle. Do I want to be super accurate with the 155? No, I'll just change out for the rammer. So I ordinarily put a toolkit on somewhere. What's it? Is it a toolkit? I'm not sure where the toolkit goes anymore.
I'll be right there.
Repair speed, modify configuration.
Hey, can you help your brother?
And the last one was hit points and durability. So damned if I am going to get tracked. And you know, I'm going to give this guy gas as well. Because frankly, I can't remember the last time I caught fire in a T95. So let's see what happens.
Okay, I'll be right there. Go around the bottom, see how I start filling in. I got to the front.
I don't know if I play it like a heavy tank, but I mean, this is probably the worst stem map you can get on this thing. My perspective on T95 is that it is not a tank for sitting back and sniping. Because you got a foot of armor and you got a 6-inch gun. So basically this is a tank for getting into people's faces and making them miserable. See, they've actually put the cranes on both sides. Alright, let's see. Witness the power of this fully operational T95. They're in 20 kilometers an hour. Well, I appreciate the I have seen 2 T30s, kind of one on each side over the shoulder, so it's like a ridiculous. It's like 12 inches of frontal armor with 3 6-inch guns pointing at you. It's quite a nasty effect on people. have shots at anything? Yes. Yeah. If you'll stay there long enough for me to hit you, maybe. No. Sadly. He should get a stun effect just from the noise of a 6-inch shell ricocheting off of his third armor. Okay, whatever that was, need to change my pants. I also want to be careful going up this hill though, because if I waste too much time going up, the fight will be over by the time I get there. So I am a great fan of the Malinovka 2-minute field rush. So what you do is you wait for this to happen, wait for everybody to spread out, and then you concentrate all 15 folks and you just swarm across the front line. There is absolutely nothing, if you do it right, there's absolutely nothing that can be done about this, because everybody's at a position up here and suddenly they're sitting on your base. The problem is trying to convince people that it's actually a good idea. Again, the joys of trying to be, relying on teamwork in this game. In fairness, I got a T95 as well that I haven't seen in a while. Hi-ho, hi-ho. You might forget it for 40 years. So it's only 27 years that the T95 was hidden behind a bush. So I'm hoping I'm low enough that I can avoid getting sniped from downhill. Oh, hello, what do we have over here? No. Oh, come on, it takes me forever just to get a beat on somebody. Stop running away just because I start aiming at you. Hello.
See these glossy ones? You want to put them in like that's why I'm like just inside and just to like
You missed whatever you're aiming at.
it like amplifies the whole tree. So this gold one and the red ones, yeah, something like that. Those you want to do just a little bit in and around the light bulb. Like that would be awesome.
How about
I don't see anything down there.
It's going to cast different kinds of lights all around the tree. So you kind of want to get a little bit in and next to a light.
Nope.
The more dim glossy ones, like that.
Ow! Whatever the hell hit him. Come on, AMX-13, spot something for Christ's sake. Okay, yep. The writing is obviously on the wall for him. Yeah, he's got a nice gun, whoever he was. And it's a 0 damage crit. And that's a miss. I mean, they've obviously figured out that shooting at me from the front is not having the desired effect. It's another miss. Okay, find me something more worthy of my gun then.
Okay, so yeah, we need to get down and under all around here. It's pretty bare on top. And the chicken looks pretty good, we just have to figure out how to get it.
Aww. So my mission is to do 20% of the damage of the team and then win. So let's... I'm on 3,000, so I got a reasonable chance. Yeah, finally. Oh, well, you've let me know where you are. Oh, the other T95 also faced off an SU-101, except his did not do so well. Okay, where are you? Hello? Oh, look, there you are. Can I ram you? Come on, ramming speed. No, 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 come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Oh, you're taking the fun out of this. Ah! Ah, what you do that for? It's gonna ram him. Well, let's see if I got my 20% of all the damage caused or not. Ed, you need to go play Harpoon or some other historical miniatures game where critical hits are... World of Tanks is the way I understood critical hits to be. So that... Really? I didn't do 20% of the damage? God, I would come close, for crying out loud. 1, 2... It's the SU-101 did it. Damn you! Who is that? The Tanker 105. So, many moons ago, I started off playing historical war games before I did World of Tanks. And indeed, if you look at the background for Wargaming as a company, they started off with historical war games as opposed to online computer games. And I remember having quite the discussion with the lads in the office about whether or not critical hits were a bad thing as implemented, because I couldn't see what the problem was. So, for example, if I put my missile out of the way and I pull open a copy of the rule set I happen to have here for Harpoon. Yes, old-fashioned pen and paper, they actually exist for people who do that. So let me go to, let's say, the combat phase. Okay, hit, let me do the damage. It's supposed to be a like a maintenance I don't need. Combat results, okay. Critical hits. Any vessel that takes damage during a phase must check for critical hits. So, airbursts. Some weapons are fused to shower their targets. These include SAMs and so on. Airbursts can also be inflicted if incoming SSMs are damaged too close. So the amount of critical hits that you can get obviously depends on the size of the warhead. But if it is a really big critical, let's say you shot up an SSN 13 coming in, SSN 12, you can do 5d6 critical hits without doing a single point of damage to the ship. Now, it is possible that some of the critical hits can cause damage. So, for example, you could get a weapons mount critical hit, which could then cause a fire, which could then cause damage points to your ship. But that is the sort of background that I started with playing World of Tanks. So, as far as I'm concerned, the critical hit function in World of Tanks makes perfect sense. And apparently, as far as wargaming are concerned. And it wasn't until other people in the company who come from a more computer game background, they're going, oh, in World of Warcraft, if you do a critical hit, that means you do double damage. You do? Anyway, we move on. How many shots did I fire into that? Oh, greater than 6. Okay, let's try, I don't know, something Swedish. I have not yet played a single game in my S-Tank. So let me take Lieutenant Matson. So Lieutenant, whatever. So Matson, Carlson, and Lundgren. I thought Lundgren was an actor. Okay, so. Actually, he's on the 0, he's on the tier 9. I haven't even retrained him yet. Carlson and Lundgren. Okay, let us retrain you in from the STRV 103, let us retrain you in the arcane arts of the STRV 103B. And those of you who laugh, when I converted from the M3A2 to the M3A2 ODS, the only difference really in the vehicles is that instead of setting the range with a little dial in the M3A2, the Bradley, there's now a button on the control handle that you push the button and it sends out a laser and it tells the computer just how far away the target is. That's really the only practical difference, is this button instead of a dial. And I think the dial is actually still there as a backup, but I may be wrong. And I had to go through a 10-day training course to convert from the M3A2 to the M3A2 ODS. Okay, so let's give me some ammo. I need ammo. I don't need that much ammo. And I always like to put a couple of HE rounds in just to remove buildings or cause damage, things like that. Play the Prima Victoria. I need to scroll back up, see what some of the chat I've missed here. We got 18 pens. So some would say it will be a natural 20. Is that a critical hit or is that like an automatic save? Oh well. Again, I'll play a lot of Harpoon. We use D100s. Okay, so what do I need? I think it spins pretty quickly. I don't care about that. Do I need an improved aiming circle? Oh, well, I'm an S-Tank. I need a camo net. That goes without saying, I guess. Actually, I need an aiming thing. So, gun rammer. Yeah? No, we'll just do that. Okay, so we'll do the camo net and. What'll be the last one? Hit points, binocs, optics, smart vision. Okay, I'm blind. And I will give myself a repair kit, first aid kit, and coffee. Actually, in fact, I don't remember. So again, it was the Sorry, the suspension durability. So that and repair speed, but I don't recall being particularly subject to getting tracked in the Zero. I may be wrong. We'll see. Okay, my first battle in the S-Tank. Actually, let me put camo on it because the Swedes actually did put camo on them. Swedish school. Okay, well that looks nice in winter. What's it look like? Ugh. Swedish assault. It's a bit better. Made in Sweden. So something approximating. That's not this winter camo, but it'll do. Okay, let's put that on. Yeah, whatever. I'll take the concealment. You may have noticed I don't put camo on most of my American tanks because the Americans didn't really put much camo on, and I keep asking them to install the Merge C or Dual Text as an option, and they ain't doing it. If there is a Splinter camo, I can't see it. So somebody will have to correct me otherwise. Either way, I just spent 1,000 gold on this camo.
Not that. Yeah. So, I mean, considering we got a lot of pretty ornaments, we just didn't get. I mean, each one of those ornaments are 10.
Oh, it's a grand battle. I haven't played one of these in a while. Okay. Because I'm grinding and not playing my tier 10s, I don't get into grand battles very much. Because once I unlock the tier 10, I go on to the next tier 8 or whatever that I'm working on. So I don't actually know these maps very well. Let me try the east side. I seem to sorry, the west side. I seem to recall I keep going east. Well, there you go. That proves that they do still exist. They are still a thing. Trying to figure out if I can hear the turbine. Of course, it's the only tank in... Well, I guess the TS has a turbine as well. It's the only real tank that has a turbine in World of Tanks. The one catch with the S-Tank is, again, this is a play style that's really not me. I hate sitting around. And this is not a tank designed for moving much. Let's see what we see, if anything, here. Down the valley, a likely avenue of approach.
Alright, now we just wait for Daddy. And relax.
Well, I'm not alone. There's a bat shot behind me. Ah, bollocks. Okay. I'm not sure if there's any directions that you can do once that happens to sort of remedy yourself. Have we any access to anything now? No.
few of them around.
They wanted their own as well.
I put two on this side, I put two in front.
Everybody's trying to lure that guy into our sights over there.
Is that daddy you?
So the EBR has made it to our base. He's quite healthy too. Guys, anybody paying attention? Finally, I got a shot off at something.
Can I put two more? Is it serious today? What do you think? Yeah. And the corner upstairs.
Anyone see a T-62? No, you went that way. Never mind. Yeah, and we have some significant problems down south as well, so let's just add to our misery. And hope that bat shack can survive long enough to give me some spots. Well, that wasn't even close. All I can do here is to try to keep them, whittle them down a bit. Oh, they're all very healthy as well.
It wasn't tied with the sweet ass off. And I checked the way you did that. Here, I smell like this.
Oh, right, and I don't think.
Yeah, this is a high there. I mean, like, where you can see, like, look here. And then there's one.
Time to leave.
Meanwhile, I'm just like,
You'll never see these again.
I watching both into the
I'm not sure what can be done. I think we've about had it here. There's my Alamo.
Yeah, for now.
Damn it. I am well, thank you, Napalm. I don't know if there's anything that beats it. It's pretty damn quick. Yeah, that's true. There is the EBR. Well, at least I finally put up a reasonable account of myself. Yeah, there you go, third from the top. Unfortunately, I did it a little bit late to help anybody. It's not about how much damage you do, it's about when you do it. And at the end of the game is not particularly helpful. Alright, let's try something arty-ish. Every now and then I like to pull out the T92 just to see. Yeah, it's a the light blue. It's a little feature so us staff can have attention called to it, and if necessary, we can do things. Good morning, Australia. Join the World of Tanks official Discord server. There actually is a Discord server. I don't hang out there too much because it's a little bit too busy for me. I don't have the time to keep up. But it is busy. So if you like chatting away on Discord, that's a good place to go. You know, let me check something right quick. So it's like everybody's in a tier 10. You get a tier 10, you get a tier 10, everybody gets a tier 10. I am not a huge fan of staying in my arty in the traditional arty spots for two reasons. A, it's the first place that people look, and B, it reduces time of flight to targets. And C, you can often get interesting shots on people who think that they cannot be hit. That's what I mean about a shorter time of flight. 50B wasn't too happy about that, I don't think. Now, unfortunately, I have a 40-second reload where not much happens. Quickly to see if we can hit anybody up here. No, I haven't gone down sufficiently far yet. No. Okay, let's keep myself aiming south. Let's see what we have here. Somebody got in my way. Okay, let's wander over here. Okay, well, okay, now I can hit him. So he probably thinks he's reasonably safe from artillery. Let's see what happens. Well, looks like both of us nailed him. Oh, look, a mouse. Oh, nice shot, 277. The mouse, of course, is also safe from artillery. Now, where's he going? Hopefully he got tracked by the other bloke. Demolished the entire block. That's what you get for having a 240mm gun. Okay, so while I am reloading, I shall continue to move south. Again, in the hope of getting new angles of fire on things and people. Like M48's hiding in the back here. Okay, well, I think I can probably polish him off. Yep. For those who think that was a waste, it took a gun out of the fight. In the meantime, we continue to move south and open up more lines of fire. There's quite a vicious little fight going on up there, actually. Do we have... lost him. Where the hell are they all? Ha! There you go. Let's take you out if we can. Ah, he moved! But not far enough. Okay, we move on. We need help. No, I cannot help him. So let us move north again. Okay, A4. So now the problem, of course, is that the time of flight I have is actually quite long. That's 408, okay. Seriously, how much do I need? 7, 6. There we go. Up again. I'm amazed that E4 is still alive. Yeah, now it's not. Okay, well, let's polish him off now. Never mind. He was polished off by somebody else.
I'm gonna stop the camera, we're not doing anything.
Hmm?
I'm gonna stop the camera, I'm not doing anything, so when you come back, I can't look at that.
Okay.
We're just leave it running.
Again, I'm not quite sure how that Conqueror is still alive. Let's see what's happening up here. Our artillery seems to be more effective than their artillery. What are you doing, Bravo? He's got down to 51. Oh, the mouse is pretty unhealthy as well. I think they'll be dead by the time I get another shot off, but let's see. And that's one of them. And that's the other. Alright, go us. Yay. Scrolling, I see a fair bit to scroll back up on over here, hang on. What I like when you get interesting angle shots for people who think that we're reasonably safe from artillery are the people who, after they get hit in their quote-unquote safe space, they continue to sit there and then complain when they get hit again 40 seconds later. Greetings from Greece. Kalispera. No, it's the morning. I'm sorry. Is it? 6. Okay, maybe it is the morning. Calimera in that case. Okay, enough of the arty. So I don't play that much anymore because I'm not grinding it anymore. It's the bottom line. Let's do something way at the bottom. Let's try something at the bottom end. It's been a while since I played that one. It's probably been too long. I don't know, a German TD? Dicker Max. I haven't played Dicker Max in a while. Oh, and this also has had things modified, so okay. We'll redo that. We'll put the camo on. We'll give it some stuff. Apply, and let's see what happens. I apparently have one more battle. We'll see if this is a quick battle. The stream, of course, does end at 6 o'clock. Play all of the battles. Yeah, I got to get my daily double on all 596 tanks in my account, or however many I have. Okay, it is an encounter game. There is nothing up north worth fighting over. There isn't. I promise you, there isn't. Nope, I don't have all the tanks because last I checked I didn't have the chieftain. There's a bunch of tier 10s I haven't unlocked yet, which is why I haven't unlocked the you saw me playing the E50 and the Leopard PTA because I don't have the tier 10s on those lines. Same with the 705, the 267, the T10. Every time I get close, they release a new line. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, you actually listened?
No.
Lizzie said just one more.
Yeah, what does she know?
Stop it.
Huh?
You have to use the ribbon.
What do you mean I have to use what ribbon?
I can't reach.
What? That's why you have a ladder.
I almost fell. Multiple times. Even if that's only another 2 feet. That's a 9-foot tree.
Yes.
I'm 5'7".
Yes. And you have arms.
I still can't get to the 9 foot.
You see, if I stop playing, then I have to go back to tree decorating. What? She heard that. So this, of course, is the advantage of absolutely ridiculous gun depression. If you can ever get close enough to see something to shoot with. Like an M18 over yonder. Oh yeah, that and you've only got a half dozen guns, rounds. Well, that's not true. I got 12 rounds of each type. Where's the ELC? Sadly, my superior gun depression is failing me here. Let us advance in this approximate direction here. Really, it's only 304 damage ahead. Oh, is this the 105? It is. My bad. It's only 105. If somebody wouldn't mind awfully knocking down the building that's between me and him. Oh, never mind. That works too. There's the Panther. Wait, he's hiding cowardly behind a rock. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So we can get over here without getting nailed. Oh, there's Jackson over there too. Wait, he's down to 20. He's gonna get nailed. Another 304. This is a much faster reload than Sturry Emil. So far, so good. Better not die to the email. Okay, not email, sorry. Okay, you gonna come up? Thank you. Okay, he better not win at this point. That's about all I can say. Alright, well that was a nice way to end the day. It's like an execution firing squad. Let's see, wait until I can get close enough to actually get a shot off. Oh, there we go. Boo, hiss. Well, a win's a win. Come on, let's see. See the scores. Yeah. Fuel tank. Okay. I have myself some boxes. Open the boxes and see what I get. Oh, okay, got a tier 5. Open more boxes. Another tier 5. Well, that looks nice. And 3. So let's see if that helps my collection at all. 35. Don't know if I have to actually view them or not before before you get the bonus. Really? Okay. Finally got something. It's going very slow, this collection. So, I mean, the problem is I'm using all the shards to create the giant decorations. Look at all these 5s I gotta get. And the giant decorations are, you know, I think it's like 3,500 shards to get the 4th one, which I don't have right now. I've got 470. And I need a lot. 5,000? Where the hell am I gonna get 5,000 shards? Whatever. Okay. Right. And we are going to call it quits because the dinosaur is going to yell at me for not having stopped on time, because I never stop on time because I always give you a few extra minutes. Well, today it cancels out because I'm stopping this about 5 minutes early. So let me do some quick back checking of the... why does that look so dark? Let me have some quick back checking in the chat. Arms. Good lord, how? Turn up decorative maximum. Okay, how many tanks do I have? That's a fair question. As it look, 529. So out of however many actually exist, you can make your own conclusions. I don't have a. This is true. I do not have a Type 59 Golf. Yeah, I use a mechanical keyboard, as it were. I don't know why it's called mechanical. I use a clicky keyboard, and it seems to work fine for me. It annoys the hell out of the wife. At least I got off to a bad start in the match, but what if I married a ladder? So they say that you don't need a ladder because you married one.
Then give him back.
What?
Then give me back my ladder.
What do you mean? I've said the same thing. Same thing about what? Doesn't matter.
Z thinks it's pretty.
Good lord, you guys did a lot of typing.